Y'all, you won't believe what just went down at this city meeting. Tiffany thought she was about to shut the whole room down with a mic drop moment. Spoiler alert, it backfired. She struts up, full confidence, hits the crowd with, "How many of y'all even knew there was a budget meeting this Saturday?" She expected crickets. She thought she had a gotcha moment. But nah. First, a few hands go up, then more. And suddenly, boom! The room turns into a wave of hands like she accidentally triggered a flash mob. You could literally see the color drain from Tiffany's face. Sis froze mid-sentence like someone hit pause on the remote. Now she's stammering, backpedaling hard. Wait, nobody knew. Well, okay, maybe a few, Girl, what? You just twisted yourself into a full Olympic-level mental somersault and stuck the landing in confusion. And guess what? Your girl J9 is in the building. So you already know, like this video, subscribe for mess, and drop your hot takes in comments, because this clip is one for the digital history books. Books fire were talking peak chaos, peak cringe, and Tiffany in full performative outrage mode. And this wasn't her first time crying wolf either. Remember those so-called secret meetings she was mad about? Sis was calling them secret squirrel operations. Like this is Mission Impossible or something. Except plot twist, they weren't secret. Not even a little bit. These were regularly scheduled trustee meetings. Legally mandated. Open to the public. It's just that Tiffany didn't show up repeatedly. And guess what happens when you ghost your own government? They move on without you. The trustees kept it pushing, electing a mayor pro tem, usually trustee house, to keep things from falling apart. Tiffany? She was big mad. Because let's keep it a buck, this was never about transparency. This was about power. Tiffany didn't want to share the spotlight. This is the same woman who constantly reminded everyone she was the youngest black woman mayor in Dalton. And listen, give credit where it's due. She did put Dalton on the map. But phew, this is not the kind of map you want to be on. Grimacing face, and get this. While all this was happening, the new pope, yes, the pope, got appointed, and he's from Dalton, not Chicago, not Illinois. Dalton, the same town currently getting dragged on every live stream for government dysfunction. You can't make this stuff up. Police Scarlight, you ever seen someone self-destruct in 4K? Grab your popcorn, because this is a digital meltdown you did not know you needed today. Picture this. A Zoom meeting pops up on the big screen. Tiffany's front and center, serving conspiracy theories like it's a buffet. Sis seriously claims they were doodling her face and scribbling threats during a city meeting. I'm sorry, what? Not receipts. Not emails. Sketches. Crayola-level drama. Ma'am, this ain't pre-K, and we are not grading on imagination. Face with rolling eyes pencil, and just when you think it can't get wilder, boom! The crowd jumps in. Remember when folks were saying Tiffany wouldn't let anyone in the building? Oh! The audience remembered all right. Applause broke out like someone cued a laugh track. Because, yep, she really chained the doors. Lights off. Building on lockdown. Trustees were out there holding meetings on the lawn, sweating through city business like it was a family cookout. Not a joke. It's documented. But now Tiffany wants to play historian and rewrite the past like we all got amnesia. She deadass says, I didn't lock them out. They just chose to meet outside. Girl, who chooses mosquitoes and folding chairs over AC and a sound system? Please. The logic just exploded on takeoff. And while she's mid-rant, trying to spin reality into her own fanfiction, the board, oh, they've moved on. Not thinking about it. They've already made the motion, voted, and named a new mayor pro tem, while she's still up there shadowboxing ghosts. It's like she's yelling at the clouds while everyone else is turning the page. Then, the moment, she hears the announcement, Mayor Pro Tem House. And Tiffany snaps. He's not the mayor. He is now. You were the mayor. Past tense, sweetheart. Pro Tem means for now. And right now, he's the one with the gavel. But Tiffany's still spiraling. In one breath, she says she was present. In the next, she claims she was denied the privilege to attend. So, which is it? Were you in the building? In the bushes? Floating above like the political poltergeist? Pick a timeline, Marvel. Then she blames the email. Yep, Says she only got the meeting notice at 9:15 a.m. for a noon budget session, and she's acting like that's the only possible way she could have known. Meanwhile, they're literally approving millions in budget cuts, and her defense is, I missed the email. Woozy face, so thinking she's about to flip the room in her favor, Tiffany tries another gotcha moment. By a show of hands, who knew about the budget meeting? Oh, ma'am. Big mistake. Hands go up. Lots of them. Loud and clear. And her face? Cracks like an iPhone with no case. Wait, just 3 of y'all. No, sis. More than 3. And definitely not the silence you expected. You asked the room answered. You fumbled. End of story. And here's the kicker. That 9:15 a.m. email? That was just a reminder. Not the original notice. The actual announcement went out earlier. Tiffany knows this. But instead of taking the L, she keeps spinning the story like a busted record. Prohibited musical notes, then she tries to drag it back to transparency. But instead of staying on topic, she swerves off a cliff. I haven't approved a liquor license in over a year and a half. Wait, what? Who asked for that stat? Ma'am, this isn't prohibition. Your town is struggling, starving for restaurants, nightlife, something to keep people spending money. And you're out here bragging about being the fun police? Meanwhile, standing next to her is Kamal, looking like he's 3 clouds deep in his own aroma. Sis said no to liquor licenses, while her man smells like a dispensary exploded. The math? Still not Matang. And when pressed, Tiffany admits it's not because the applicants were shady. She just didn't want to. That's it. That's the policy. Her personal feelings became city code that SO now, no nightlife. No new restaurants. No growth. No revenue. She shut down her own economy and called it values. Baby, that's not governance. That's sabotage dressed up in a church hat. Woman's at let's be real. If folks could grab a drink after work, they might have tolerated the chaos a little longer. But Tiffany slammed the door on fun, business, and basic logic. And now she's wondering why no one's showing up to play mayor with her anymore. Woozy face, and now we get to the budget breakdown. And let me tell you, this is where the receipts start screaming. The numbers don't lie. Vehicle license revenue dropped from $95,000 to $70,000. Fire recovery revenue sliced from $75,000 down to $20,000. Fines cut from $25,000 to just $15,000. And bond loan proceeds down from $1.2 million to $1.1 million. Why? Because every single Tiffany tax was being erased. The trustees weren't just crunching numbers. They were disinfecting the books, wiping her fingerprints off city finances like she was never there. It wasn't just math. It was a full-blown political purge. And here's where the comedy peaks. Tiffany, still thinking she's the main character, asked the crowd, bold as ever, did y'all know about the budget meeting? And the room? Loud, unapologetic. Yes. Clear as day. But Tiffany, unable to accept the answer, tries to twist it into only 3 people knew. Ma'am, the room already answered. You don't get to remix reality because it didn't fit your narrative. That's not how this works. You asked the question, you got the answer. Period. Honestly, Tiffany needs to pick a lane. She's been doing laps around her own lies for months. Talking in circles. Saying a lot, but saying absolutely nothing. And that's kind of been her signature move since day one. But this moment, this was next level ridiculous. And yes, I had to post it. Because when you set yourself up for a win and end up face planting in front of a live audience, that's viral gold. If it's funny, I'm sharing it. That's the policy. Oh, here's some free advice for Tiffany. Take notes. Never, and I mean never, ask a question you don't already know the answer to. Because when you do, you end up like this. Exposed, unraveling, and completely unaware of how outplayed you are. This is why the trustees are out here playing chess, while you're over there yelling Uno, with 2 cards left and no clue how the game works. Lesson of the day. And for my day ones who made it all the way through this chaos, drop a 7 in the comments. Lucky number 7 for Mama. Let me see who the real ones are. because honestly, Mama's been feeling a little drained lately. Self-esteem matters. Y'all showing up, watching, commenting. It keeps me going. I see you. I appreciate you. And I love you for it. Always.